Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're a couple of days out from finally getting Avowed in our hands. I'm really excited, and I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about one of the major issues that I feel like people have brought up with me again and again and again in regards to this game. There are actually two major issues that almost always come up when I drop an Avowed video. First and foremost, there are a lot of people who feel like Avowed is essentially a AA game being charged like a AAA game. So essentially, we've got, only 4 party members. The game is supposed to be around 40 to 60 hours, and yet still we're being charged a full $70 the way we would for a 100-hour extravaganza, and we're not even able to get a physical copy of the game. I agree actually with all those issues, and I think I might have talked about this a little bit when the pricing was first announced, but I haven't really hammered Obsidian about it, because I honestly don't see it as an Obsidian issue. I think it's much more Microsoft trying to push people to subscribe to Game Pass. I don't think there's any way that Obsidian would have been able to stop this, and I don't feel like talking about it is going to convince Microsoft that they're doing the wrong thing. So it's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation. I don't think there's a good out, but I absolutely agree that it's wrong. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things that kind of is what it is. But I did buy the version of Avowed that allows me access to the game on Thursday. I plan to stream it first thing on Thursday. So if you're interested in more Avowed content, definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video if you enjoy it, and run back with us. I think the game will hopefully release around 10 a.m. on that Thursday. I'll be right there whenever it releases, ready and willing to play. But this video is not going to be about the price tag. Instead, I wanted to focus on the second biggest issue that I hear people talk about again and again when it comes to Avowed, and that is the lack of romances. A lot of people are definitely disappointed by this, which is kind of interesting because I feel like Obsidian hasn't had romances in their last few games, and so when Avowed was announced, I didn't really expect for them to have romances, so it wasn't a big disappointment that it wasn't there, but for some people who might not have been familiar with Pillars of Eternity or might not have played Outer Worlds, maybe this has come as more of a shock. Now, the interesting thing to me about the lack of romance in both Avowed and a lot of the previous games is, to be honest with you, I kind of see it as Josh Sawyer's influence. He's the major developer at Obsidian. He is the main creator of the games that they're probably most well known for, and he's made it very clear, not a fan of romances, doesn't enjoy having to write for them or develop for them, and so not really interested in having them in his games. And I feel like that mindset kind of trickles down to the point that even when he's not directly involved with a particular game, they still end up not having any romances, just because that's kind of the culture and the mindset that has been established in Obsidian. And I feel like somebody needs to say, this has got to stop, y'all. It is absolutely got to stop. You all are shooting yourselves in the foot by not having romances in your games. Having fully fleshed out romances in your RPGs does a tremendous amount to help the marketing of the game. Baldur's Gate 3 would not nearly be as successful if it hadn't had such a massive focus on romances, and then put that information out in the marketing so that everybody would realize, hey, there are a bunch of different options for people you can link up with as you go through your adventure. This is a massive appeal to a lot of players. And let me make it clear, I know that there are a ton of people on the other side, right, who do not like romances in their games. Find that content to be cringe. Do not like seeing it come up. Never select romances in their games. I would argue that Josh Sawyer is probably part of that group. I don't think he doesn't just not enjoy developing romances. I think he just doesn't like that kind of content in games, period. But the problem is that group, those people, still play Baldur's Gate 3. They'll still play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. They'll still play Witcher 3. They will still enjoy and buy and pay for your game, knowing that it has content that those people would consider to be cringe. It doesn't stop them from buying. Whereas people who do enjoy romances, who really feel like having a romance is a key component of an enjoyable RPG, will see that you all do not have romances and say, I'm not sure if this is a game that I would enjoy. I'm not sure that I want to buy this. I feel like it really damages you in a way that's unnecessary. And let me be clear. I think Obsidian did a fantastic, great thing by saying right up front, our game does not have romances. We've seen before, I'm not going to throw out any names, but we've seen before developers wait until right before a game is about to be released or a month before a game is going to be released and then reveal some information that fans really don't like, and then it causes a huge negative situation. Obsidian avoided that. They said right up front, hey, we know this is something that a lot of you like, and I want you to know our game doesn't have it. And I want to make it clear and say up front, I strongly believe moving forward into the future, you all need to do what you have to do in order to have romances in your games so you can achieve what I can only assume is the measure of the amount of financial success you all would like to see. Like, this is just point blank, period. You're not going to be able to get the type of numbers that most likely Microsoft needs you to get in order to feel like they've made their money back by purchasing this studio without having romances. There's too large a group of people who live and die by the romances in games. That's just it. And to be completely frank with you, it doesn't make any sense that y'all can't do romances. It doesn't. Even if there's not a soul in Obsidian who's capable of developing them, we are experiencing never before seen levels of layoffs in the gaming industry. If there's one thing there's plenty of right now, it is talented, amazing writers and developers who are just waiting for a studio to scoop them up. Damn near all the writers at BioWare just got laid off. All those people who worked on all of the Dragon Age games, the vast majority of whom have romances that were very strongly regarded. Scoop some of them up. Scoop some of these people up and use them to help you make your damn game, because y'all are missing out on money. Y'all are leaving money on the table and it doesn't make any sense. So I know this ain't gonna happen for Avowed. I know it's probably not going to happen for Outer Worlds 2. Outer Worlds 2, I'm expecting it's not going to have any romances. But I'm going to bet $1 to a donut sometime in the next couple of years, Fallout New Vegas 2 is going to be announced. We're going to get that Fallout New Vegas 2 to take advantage of this incredible TV series that is drumming up all this renewed interest in Fallout. And when that happens, y'all need to bring on some people to help you put some romances in your game so that you can market them properly. Because across the board, look at any video on YouTube, look at across the comment section on my channel, across the board, people are disappointed with how Avowed was marketed. People feel like Avowed's marketing is not worthy of what the game will hopefully be when it finally releases. Y'all have got to do better. And the lack of romances is absolutely a part of that. Anyway, just want to get that out. Once again, very excited about the game. Cannot wait to play it. I'll be there morning of right when it releases. Let me know you all's thoughts down in the comments. Of course, I always want to hear them. Once again, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.